What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Therapist Logan Reacts. Today we are doing another song. This song was commented by a commenter, a subscriber. Yes, it is BTS. And yes, these are some individuals we have reacted to before, but this is a song, again, we have not reacted to quite yet. But apparently it's a good song nonetheless, so we're going to jump right into it and go from there. This song is called Strange by Agust D, featuring RM. Let's go. I have dual set on the side too, so hopefully the lyrics are more accurate. Shh.
시스템 그 안에 대립과 전쟁이 아니면은 서바이벌을 트립 거부할 수 없는 삶 차보는 꿈을 담보로 희망이라는 모노페는.
Oh my goodness, right off bat they're coming out with banger lyrics. So just talking about the existential proponent or component, I guess proponent would work, of life and what it can kind of entail. Like, I love the opening, like, everything in dust, do you see? Well, everything in less, oh, what do you see? It's like really leading into the idea, like, is life pain? Their God about life, just the big system, conflicts, wars, and survival, just like extremely big existential thought processes and how we view the world and what our dynamics are, you know, like an individual. I would love this type of therapy, exploring those big questions, you know, because it's one thing to ask those questions, but it's another one to really look for answers. And as a new therapist, you might want to explore the intent behind asking those big questions, because sometimes people just ask us so many questions that it just drives them insane and they really can't think straight. But it's really important to reflect, why are you asking those questions? Because sometimes individuals, and I remember growing up as well, I would ask so many different questions very similar to these, and it wasn't until later on in life that it wasn't about asking every question you could think of in a deep way. It was about asking the right questions that gave your life meaning. And definitely something to be aware of, you know what I mean? That, like, how we view the world, you know? Like, if you're just focused on conflicts, wars, and survivals, you're never going to be able to be happy or be able to focus on the positive things too, you know? Like, but there's a nice balance that makes you a realist, and reality therapy would really help in this situation before only focusing on, again, the negative, the collateral, and things that you just can't really seem to be able to control. Yep. Oh. Bars. Oh my goodness. Like, again, they're just pinpointing the different negative components that comes with greed and how important it is. And so, like, again, it seems like they're touching on maybe some of the sins, like the 7 deadly sins. Like, they talked about lust, they talked about greed, you know, like there's some components there. So that's interesting. It just focuses on 2 different perspectives when it comes to what greed looks like, you know. And if you're an individual that is driven by greed, and it is a dog-eat-dog world, you know, and typically that comes from how you were raised in childhood. It would definitely be in a therapist's best interest to explore kind of psychodynamic theory with that and kind of go into their past and work towards not changing it, but trying to open their mind in a new, broader sense, I guess. Polarization, the ugliest flower in the world. Just art. they're just art. Like their lyrics are just beautiful, how they kind of depict and talk about different themes and topics in such a creative and artistic way. It just blows my mind. I'm constantly surprised by these individuals. And I love, again, it's just they always talk about such current events that are so important to be reflective on as individuals and our psyches and how we view certain perspective and different value systems.
Oh baby, how do you know? I mean, for God's sake, everything's under control. 시선 다르주고 자본이 통제하는 취약. People talk, 내 피드가 설명해주지나. 돈 얼마 조건 다이 시스템의 slave. 자랑하기 바쁜 개목걸이와 cage. 총을 누구게 반짝이나 싸우네. 이제는 너도 모를 걸. Oh baby, what's your name?
So just really going at people who, again, like list money and fame is like such an important role, and you see all the time when individuals list that and focus on that, and you see someone who actually gets there, it's like they're not happy still. It's the idea and dynamic that is flawed. There's no self-actualization in the idea of becoming rich and famous and loved by everybody. It's finding something that you can end up learning to be content with. When it's driven by money, you may want $1 million, and then once you get to that goal, you might want $2 million, and then $10 million, and then $100 million. There's no goal to be met where there's content. And when it comes to be something along the lines of I want to be happy, there doesn't really typically to be any sense after that, so it's the drive, the intent of what's doing, because like he says in the next one, everyone's a slave of the system. Because there's different dynamics at play that make us having to participate in it, as well as they sell a idea that is very pretty on the outside but very much empty on the inside, to say the very least. Where was it? It was up here. Hold on. It's just constantly changing. Like they're identifying that like people are busy boasting. It's like you're living life for somebody else. Like you're doing these things and you're showing all these different things. And it's one thing to recognize your goals and want to share that with others, but it's different if you're just doing it because you want people to see and look at me, because it's feeding that identity, that ego, and it's important to recognize that that's not beneficial or going to make you feel whole. Your sense of self relies on just that, your sense of self. So it's working through that, and maybe recognizing that that's not where you need to be at this very moment. So let's continue on to finish up. We're just at about the end. RM2, his pronunciations are phenomenal. He came in crazy.
이미 활짝 피어버린 꽃 내 못난 구멍에 박혀버린 동그란 못 그래도 굴러가 어떻게든 더 이렇게 다 각자의 탁장에서 괜찮다는 병든 세상에 병들지 않은 자 돌연변이 취급하는 게 이상하지 않아 난더 눈 감은 세상에서 눈뜬 자 혼자만 눈 떴다는 게 훨씬 이상해 난 평화를 원하는 자 싸움을 원하는 자 손바닥 뒤집듯 바뀌는 말장난 꿈은 옥선이 된 그런 세상인데 정답은 없어 그게 정답이야.
Woo. And that wraps up the song Strange by Agust D. Suga, featuring RM. I like this one. I like this one a lot. It was smooth. The beat was tough. They talked about some really, really like pertinent things, really, really deep components that are like very apparent in kind of how I view the world. This one's definitely seemed like more spot on with my existential ideas and theories and philosophies of life. And just again, focusing on not wanting to be kind of going against the grain, let's say. I think that's a good topic. I've always kind of gone against the grain, being a leader in my own way. And not just wanting to fall into systems that pit everyone against each other. I'd rather provide hope and positivity and add to that. And a lot of the things try to pit us against each other, but I refuse to allow it. And even though maybe it feels like there's less of us trying to push more positivity in the world, like these individuals are doing, like I'm trying to do as a therapist, like you fans are trying to do, just try your best to not let the world turn you cold. I know it's difficult in this day and age. A lot of things are going maybe not the best, but all the more reason to combat that with positivity and love and just being there for others, because we don't want to be alone in this world. We got each other. We're other humans, and we all need a little help from time to time. Everybody, and we can't do anything alone. So it's important for us to work towards a brighter future with each other. Regardless of how dim that light may be. We can learn to come together and shine brighter than maybe the darkness that's surrounding us. So thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a comment down below what you think of this one. Do you like this song? This song bangs, I think. That's my opinion. But I'd be curious what you guys think, what this song meant to you. Make sure you drop a like, too. That just helps my channel, and I appreciate it. It's one button click. But again, if you don't like this video, I ain't going to tell you what to do. But make sure you subscribe too, even if this song wasn't your favorite. If you liked any part of my psychological rant or about therapy or anything, drop a subscribe. I try to listen to my subscribers and do some really cool content, provide cool psychoeducation and different things with psychology and therapy. So if it's anything you're semi-interested in, drop a subscribe, because we are growing each and every single day, and we are now on trajectory to get to 3,000 subscribers, which is huge, and I appreciate you guys so much for all the support. But yeah, you guys are awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch the next video, and I will see you then. Later.